Hi, it's Dr. Mann, double board certified in OBGYN and lifestyle medicine with a Chol HaMoed message. We've been eating a lot of bread this holiday season, and I would like to just share some suggestions with you about what kind of bread you could choose to eat. And I know because I baked already maybe 20 pounds of flour, in regular challah for my family, and I know that if I'm going to eat that at every single meal, I know it's not good for me. So I have to come up with a solution. And right now, I'm too busy to make my own whole grain. If I wasn't so busy, I would use my countertop mill. I would mill my own grains and then bake sourdough or make other types of bread products with that, but I simply don't have the time. So what I'm doing is trying to find solutions within what kosher products are available. And I have found that Baruch Sourdough Bakehouse up in Pomona is helping me the most. I have been buying from them their spelt sourdough bagels, and compared to regular bagels, which put me in a food rage, which means I eat one bagel and then I want 10 more. But these sourdough bagels are really great. They have a lot of other products as well. They're a new business getting off the ground. And for those of you who cannot do it yet, but you really need to get on board with bread that makes you healthy, I would recommend their sourdough bakery. They have the grains there, they mill them, and then they bake right away, so all the nutrients are retained. And really, when you eat this bread, you become healthier. And I don't think any of us feel that way about challah. I know I don't. I'm assuming a lot of you don't as well. I also recently found some place from Crown Heights called Bakery, Bakerie, and there's something called South African bread, which is 100% whole wheat sourdough with lots of seeds added. It does not appear to be organic. I doubt the flour is freshly milled. However, the bread is a good product, and I would definitely recommend it. I know that people use matzah for a solution, but I don't think that's really sustainable. For me, it would make me feel deprived. It would make me feel like I'm not normal. So those are my go-tos. Now, I want to remind the audience that there's an important study. It was called The Global Burden of Diseases, sponsored by Bill and Melinda Gates, that showed that for death and disability, the two most associated dietary habits were excessive amounts of sodium and low intake of whole grains. So we're going back to the same thing. If you want to be healthy, you have to eat whole grains. You shouldn't be afraid of them. They're not going to make you diabetic, and they are going to be health promoting. Your constipation will resolve. You will have slowly digested carbohydrates. And I highly recommend that you try to find whole grains. Now, a lot of the whole grain bread that's sold on the shelves in the kosher stores is not whole grain in the sense that they mill the grain in the factory, they separate out the components, they take away the healthy oils that are there, and then to call it whole grain, they add back some of the bran and the germ, and then they put that in a bag and they sell it. It's really not what you want. So ideally, you don't want old flour, and you certainly don't want this bread that they're selling on the shelves in plastic bags. I know that people use Fransos, and that's okay, but for people who really want health promotion, we're back to the same thing again. we've got to have freshly milled flour. And historically, that is exactly what civilizations have done over the millennia. And that was sustaining and health promoting with all the vitamins and minerals. Together with fruits and vegetables, you basically got everything you need to be healthy. So I want to thank you for listening to me, and I'm just going to put my pitch in about the soda ban that I would love to institute in the Frum community. We just made a wedding, and Shabbos Sheva Bracha is no soda. So please do not feed your children soda as a treat. Certainly do not give them soda on an empty stomach, and just get soda out of your house. That in and of itself, if you go to whole grains for your children and get rid of soda, that would be a great step in the right direction. So I wish you a Chag Sameach, and it's not too late to try to get some whole grains and either mill it yourself or get some stone ground whole wheat flour if you could get a hold of it, and bake some whole grain products for yourself for the holidays that we still have left.